and welcome back again to our craft series. This week we're going to make a pocket tissue holder from fabric and a lovely little gift box to match. So that's the pocket tissue holder just here behind me. If you make a larger one, it's suitable for larger tissues, and you can use it for the car, like travel tissues for the car or whatever. We're going to concentrate on the pocket tissue holder this week, and we're going to make this lovely little gift box that you can wrap it up in to give as a gift later. So I'm going to show you two methods of making this little tissue holder. To do that, then I'll just go through what we need. So we're going to make two pocket tissue holders. This one is a lovely little one made of wedding fabric that I had from a project I was doing earlier. I just had some left over. So for this one we need your fabric, and we need some bias binding. I'm actually using some ribbon here, and we also need some iron-on Vilene just to give your tissue holder a little bit of body. So that's the first method. The second method then, this is actually doesn't have any Vilene or any iron-on interfacing in it, but it does have some lining. So for the second one we need the fabric for our tissue holder, and we need some coordinating coloured lining. So to go ahead and make that, I'll make this one first. You just cut out your fabric in the measurements I've given in the Country Living magazine, and then turn it over to the wrong side and take your iron-on interfacing, and you'll see there's a sticky side on one side and a smooth side on the other, and lay the sticky side down on top of the back of your fabric and give it a good press, and you'll end up with something like this. And again, as I say, that gives us a little bit of stiffness and a little bit of body, which is what we're looking for when we're making up our tissue holder. So that's our fabric. The next thing we're going to do is just bind both edges each side. I've a lovely pink ribbon here. I chose a ribbon because it just brings up the pink in the fabric. I'm going to take a 1/4 of an inch seam all the way down each side. So I'll go ahead and do that on the machine. So we'll just bring it over to the machine. Down, and off we go. Keep it nice and straight, and there we are. I'm going to do both sides while I'm here, so I'll just take that out and I'll lay on the other side. Again, a 1/4 of an inch seam, a nice scant 1/4 of an inch seam here. So all I'm doing here is binding the edges with my ribbon. So I'm going to take that to the ironing board and give it a press. Press the other side. And literally just fold it over and bring it around to the back. Now you can slip stitch that by hand, or you can sew it on the machine. I'm going to sew it on the machine because it just means we'll get through it that little bit quicker. I'm going to press it before I do that. There we are. I'll do exactly the same on the other side. Just fold it over, bring it around to the back, then give it a good press. So now just take that to the sewing machine and sew down. So here I'm just sewing just outside the binding. Take it out and do exactly the same on the other side. There we are. Oops. Now there we are, and I'm going to cut off the edges. So just snip that away, snip it away. And then just take your tissue holder and bring it to meet edge to edge, and then just snip it, a tiny little snip. Oops, tiny little snip. And the same at the other side. So all I'm doing here is I'm looking for a marker for the center, so you can see where I snipped it, both sides. Then bring your one side into the center, then the other side just behind. So one is just behind the other. You can see that probably on the I'm sure there's a close-up of that. And the same on the other side. Just meet both sides in the center, and then bring it to your machine, and just take a side a seam, 1/4 inch seam. Give it that tack. Do the same on the other side, making sure that those are centered where you took that little snip earlier on. Now just snip off your threads. You might like to just take the corners of that off. And then just turn it out. Now, that's one method. So that's one tissue pocket holder, and then just get your tissues and put them inside. That's a lovely little gift for somebody. To make the second one, so that's our first one. To make the second one then, a little bit different, we don't need that Eileen. To make the second one, you're going to cut the lining. So this time we're actually going to line it, so we don't need that Eileen, because the two pieces of fabric together will give us that body, that thickness that we're looking for, that firmness that we're looking for. So cut your lining. Again, these measurements are in the Country Living magazine. And then you have your top fabric. And I just want you to bring your top fabric over to one side, edge to edge, and take a 1/4 inch seam down along there. So we'll bring it to the machine. Go ahead and do that. This method is a little bit quicker, and it's lovely if you do have some nice coordinating lining fabric. You might like to make up this one. And then bring your main fabric again and stretch it over, and meeting edge to edge with your lining fabric, and then just take a 1/4 inch seam along there as well. There we are. Now we're just going to turn it out. When we turn it out and press it, you can see that you have your binding there. It's already made. You know, it's very simple, isn't it? And very quick. So we'll just give that a really good press. That's it. And again, now we're looking for the center of our piece. So just bring them over. And again, just maybe a small little snip there, and the same again on the top. Snip it again to give us our center mark. And then bring your, this time just bring it in to the center. You don't have to overlap it. Again, I'm just going to bring that one in over. And they're meeting edge to edge here. You can pin it if you wish. I'm not going to pin it. I'm just going to sew it straight across. We'll do that. Again, taking a 1/4 inch seam. Same on the other side. Making sure that they meet in the center. I just got caught there on the corner. Keep going. Yeah. And you can see it's exactly the same as the other one. Then we'll just turn it out. And we have our second pocket tissue holder. And you can just, you know, ease out those corners. I'm using a chopstick here. There we are. Give it a press. And I have a little bow here that I just added to one side. So that's our second one. And that one is lined in that lovely blue. Just picks up the blue on the outside. Then to make that lovely gift box, just go to the magazine and you'll see the pattern is in the magazine. Trace the pattern off onto a nice coloured piece of cardboard. This is not very thick. This actually went through, you know, can go through the computer, so it's not that thick. But it's thick enough to make a little box. And then draw your box on the wrong side of the cardboard. And then what we need to do then is we need to score along the broken line. So we're just scoring along the broken line there, and we're going to do the same on the second one on this side. And then just the same along the top and the bottom. This is a lovely little gift box. You put lots of lovely things in this gift box. It just happens to fit the tissue holder perfectly. And you can pick up some nice coloured card in any of the stationery shops. There we are. I need to cut this out. So you can see I've literally just cut all around the edge, and I've scored along the broken lines. So then fold down this one here, give it a good press, and bring this one over. I'm just going to put some glue across here. So I have my glue pen, Pritt stick, anything you have will be absolutely fine along here. This is nice. This actually sticks very quickly, so press, stick it along there. Yeah. And then because you have your line scored, that will fold in lovely here. And then you can just take your tissue holder, pop it inside, and then just bend over on the other side. And some nice ribbon. This is ribbon that was wrapped around something I bought. I can't remember now, but I thought it was lovely just for this. Maybe just, there's a sweet little gift for somebody. So that's our fabric tissue holder and our gift box to match. I hope you enjoyed making that project as a gift, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.